Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Aaron, and right over there is my really good friend, Paul. You've probably heard me talk about him before because he is the one that sold this to me originally 3 years ago. He is the original owner, and I am the second owner. So he just came up from Tampa to visit me here in North Carolina, and this is his first time seeing the car in 3 years. So I just wanted to make a little video to show you guys his reaction to it.
Action now? Well, I can honestly say, Aaron, I'm not crazy about the color.
Yeah.
I've watched the videos. I've followed you along on this journey. It's nice to be reunited with my baby. I love everything you've done to the car. I think everything, every upgrade, everything I think I'm going to see in the interior, everything I see on the outside, LEDs on the back, new exhaust. This color, I'm thankful it's a wrap. It's not permanent. I'm going to try to convince Aaron while I'm here to remove this wrap. So hopefully the next video you see is a how-to or DIY on how to remove a wrap. But it's his thing. It's not for everyone. It was Guards Red originally. I love the red, even other colors, but this color is not doing it for me. That's my honest opinion.
Even though Paul is also a University of Florida grad, so he should like orange more than he does.
You're right. I should. I like to see that more.
Does it need some blue stripes? Will that help you?
Yeah, I don't see the gator feel yet. I don't see it. But it looks wonderful. It looks gorgeous. Yeah, a couple touch-ups. I don't know what you've done. I don't know what you've hit. I see a light over there out of place.
Yeah, the bumper has never been a great fit.
I don't know about this. I see some bubbling, some wrap coming off. I think it's time to come off.
The front bumper was painted, so that's the problem. Okay. So I'm gonna have to repaint this front bumper.
Whose mailbox did you hit here? What dog did you run over? What's this?
And this is the fitment because of this bumper. So after you drive it for a while, it comes off. I need to double-sided tape that back on, but that's how it should look.
All right. I don't want to give Aaron a hard time. We are good friends. I've known him for a long time. I give him the car for 3 years. Look what happens. Look what kind of shape it is. You know, I gave it to him in pristine shape with a nice Guards Red color. All joking aside, some minor things. It looks beautiful. It's still in one piece. And
you recognize the top immediately right away.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
So I will say this: when I had the car, I was original owner. It was over 20 years old when I gave it to Aaron. This is still original, and this is rare. This is original. I notice it. I can see the specific landmarks in it that I recognize. And this window, I always heard a lot of people, a lot of dealerships told me that this has had to been replaced aftermarket third party because these end up cracking. It was always garaged. I was in Florida, but it was always garaged. And this is still original. How many years is it now? 20, 23, 25-year-old?
It's an 08, so yeah, 24 years now.
Yeah. So that's impressive that this is still original top and original, the backing here on the top.
Yep.
I love the back. I love how it looks. I love the LEDs. I love the profile. This is awesome. I never had this. I wish I did. This Porsche here on the fin when it's always out. The exhaust has changed, the double exhaust. I really, really like what you've done here all around. Awesome job. And I know you fixed some things in the interior too. I had a little bit of cracking on the dash. I think where I always put my radar detector on.
Yep.
I believe, I haven't seen it yet, you've changed the steering wheel, you've changed the clutch, you've changed the seats, you put another, I don't know if it's a 911 or you put some other seats in it.
Some Cayman
seats. So I've seen some of the videos, I haven't experienced all that. Now tell me what you've done here. What is this?
So that is actually, no, that's original. That is just sprayed with Plasti Dip.
Oh, it is?
Or not. Yep.
Okay. So
So
this is Plasti
the original
Dip.
part. Yep. It just used to be. This was black, of course, and this was red.
Okay.
So just the outside part's been painted black to kind of match everything else.
So I really like this a lot. I enjoyed the car for what it was. I got it stock. Didn't do a lot to it. I was not one of these upgrading guys.
Yeah.
I appreciated the classic Porsche for what it was. Yeah. I'm not as technical as Aaron, obviously in the mechanics, so I will ask this. I've always heard, I've got a Macan now. In my current wheels, I want to get them powder coated. And I've heard of people doing this. Is this similar, the cheaper way, or if you don't go the full powder coating, Can you plastic dip? Can you do this with the rims? Because I've always heard people talk about
That's a good question. I think you probably can. I'm sure they'll tell you you can.
Okay.
Plastic dip, of course, is not as permanent. It's easier to scuff off and scratch off.
And it's less expensive,
So
right?
it's much less expensive. If you wanted to do it for wheels, I mean, it's good for if you can't make up your mind and you like to change things a lot, like a wrap, you can take it off and do something else later on.
And you can do that as well, right? With the calipers and the rims, you can wrap them as well, right? I know people wrap them.
Not with
at least the
calipers,
No?
because the heat, they get so hot.
Okay.
They would melt off. But these are painted. Yeah, you probably don't.
So this is new. I mean, the red. I love the red caliper. Now, this is painted?
Yep, that's painted. So I took these off and polished them down, spray painted. That's a high heat paint, and then that Porsche logo there is a little sticker, and then you clear coat over all of that.
Awesome. Awesome. So, yeah, I want to do this. So right now I've got a black Macan. I want to do this, the red against the black with my Macan, and I've also am considering the powder coating of black on the rim to have that black on black.
Yeah, so we powder coated these, and now these are the original caps. So that's what the wheel color used to be like. So that's why the cap is different than the wheel color now. So a lot of people. A lot of people will paint these to match, which I would have done if I still had those on. I had those different.
And is this original?
That's your original one.
This is mine. This is original. Yeah.
And this is so we do have different rotors now. So I got the cross-rolled rotors.
Okay.
So that's a little different. Oh, and I have wheel studs on here, of course, instead of just the normal bolts.
Well, you studly man. You're our studly. You need some
there.
wheel studs. So yeah, I love it. I love this red calipers. I'm not crazy about the contrast with the orange. I don't see this red with the orange. I know other people do. I
painted them, in fairness to me, I painted them red when the car was still red.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
I probably would have done them something different.
Okay.
Now, I did just realize that Patty left the keys in the car, so it's hopefully it's going to start. It's been a couple hours since she left.
Okay.
So we'll see how good this battery is.
And these rear view mirrors, is this similar?
That's
is this
plastic dip also.
Plastic dip. This is plastic dip. Okay.
Yep.
Because I noticed this is different as well, and I didn't know if this is wrapped or not.
Yep.
Look at that. I see original guards red inside here. Look at this. Original guards red underneath. I see it.
You're going to see a lot more when you open the door, too, because I didn't do the sills yet. So these shouldn't be too hard, but I haven't taken the time yet to do that.
All right. So some exist of my original baby.
Yep.
My original red is here. All right. There it is. So there's the rock.
And so we got new carpets in here.
Yeah. Yeah, mine were very worn out, very old. They were original.
That was really one of the only things that was really worn out.
This looks really refreshing. This is new. This is new. This is different. So these are Cayman seats?
Yeah, so these are a little wider, so they're more comfortable.
So they're wider. Okay.
And they're also heated. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I definitely did not need that living in Florida.
Yeah.
Did not need any heated fleets. So yeah, these seats look nice. The clutch is new, the steering wheel.
The shift knob is the same type, but it's a new boot around it, so it's all new leather.
Okay.
Because that was pretty worn. That was one of the only other big worn items.
That was worn, okay.
So we got a new wheel, of course, a new radio.
This is
head
new.
unit and everything. It's all touch
new.
screen.
I had all original. Yep.
And there's a sub behind the driver's seat back there now.
Okay.
So you'll have to listen to
I didn't
the radio
even know
and
there was
experience
room
that.
in this car behind there to fit a sub. So very impressive that you were able to fit that in there. You did, right?
Yep.
Was it's like a 10 disc? Somehow I fit a CD changer back here. I didn't.
Yeah, there's a CD changer. It was a Porsche stock one.
I'm assuming that's gone.
In here. Yep, that's gone.
I'm assuming that's gone. You've upgraded now.
It's
that
on
was
my
back
garage
in the day.
floor still.
Back in the day, we didn't have all this fancy stuff. You know, before
Bluetooth.
Internet, MP3s, it was CD changer in the trunk.
Yep.
So, okay.
All right, go have a seat in the.
All right.
I want to see if you can tell a difference in the seat if you remember it. It's been a while, so.
It's been a long time. Yes, it's been a while.
And it's probably you're gonna have to lower it, I'm sure, because Patty was sitting in it.
Let's see if she remembers me. Let's see if she remembers me. All this. Okay, let me see. Yeah. See, I don't.
You have to readjust everything.
Okay. Wow, nostalgia right here. This is nostalgia. Okay. You remember me? Clutch is tight.
Oh yeah, it's a brand new shifter. It's a shifter from a GT3.
Clutch
so
is definitely tight.
A lot different shifting.
Seats feel good. Now, what is this wheel from? Which is this another?
It's still a Boxster wheel, but it's the 3-point one instead of the 4-point.
I see that, but this is a Boxster wheel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All All right, so all this is original dash. That looks the same.
Yeah.
This is the piece that was cracking under here. I remember I had some plastic here cracking.
Yeah, we fixed that. That was day one. I fixed that.
That was one of your first things you fixed, huh?
Yep.
All righty. Lots of memories. And what is this
So
guy
there's
right
new
here?
buttons down here. So that's your
Is
heated
this to hold your
seats.
phone?
Yeah. That's the
Oh, yeah,
phone
okay.
mount.
All right, phone mount. These are for heated seats?
Yep, those used to be blank buttons.
Okay, yeah, these were blank. And they do cooling seats now. I mean, way back in 98,
Yeah.
I don't think they did. So if I was in Florida, I would need to do the cooling.
Yeah.
And one time I had, and now this is original top. Did you have to replace or do anything for the mechanism for the top?
Well, recently one of the rods broke,
Yeah.
so I had to replace that. But
Yep. All right. So yeah, I mean, that's over 20 years. So I think one of the rods, I think I had to do that as well.
Yep.
But
Hey, try to fire this up and make sure it's going to start.
Okay.
With this battery here. Very good.
wow. So totally different sound.
Yeah.
The exhaust sounds different. Oh yeah.
Good, different.
Yeah, no, good, different. Yeah. I mean, I always enjoyed the Boxster. Had that different sound of the mid-engine.
Yeah.
It was a different rumble. I was okay with it, but it never had the beefiness. It never had that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this definitely sounds like, you know, it's ready to go in some autocross or some track. So I do like that. Now, is that all just from the exhaust?
Yeah.
That's all the
it's,
exhaust
I
change?
didn't do any engine work or anything.
Okay.
So it's all exhaust. It's
that
kind of rattle
literally-
right now because I think it's got like a loose heat shield or something back there.
Okay.
You can hear that rattle.
That rumble, that
Yeah.
difference in the rumble compared to what I would call like the Boxster hum, that's
Yeah.
all just from the exhaust that you
I
change.
always called it it sounded like an electric car.
Okay.
I thought it sounded like an electric car.
Gotcha,
But
gotcha.
now it sounds like a proper Porsche.
Now it sounds a little beefier.
Yeah.
All right. She looks great. Let's take her for a spin.
All right.
I still feel like, let me see, does this go back? It doesn't go back anymore.
You could, hold on.
That's what's
Let me-
weird. I still feel like I'm close.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm, oh, because you have the sub.
The sub, yeah. You can go back a little bit.
Why
for
didn't you
now.
put the sub on that side? Or no, you can't do that.
Because for the drivers, you want, like, I wanted to feel
For the
sub.
sound? Because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to feel it, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Because now, and I'm not that tall, like
Right.
I'm 5'11", I'm not that tall of a person.
Yeah.
But I actually feel like I would like to go back a teeny bit more, and I don't
Yeah.
have, that's
Right.
it, right? And you're
Yeah.
tall, you're as tall as I am.
Yeah.
So,
I have short arms though, so I like.
okay, because I actually thought, I remember when I would drive this car,
Yeah.
I would be further back.
Right.
I would be further, and I had more distance between me and the wheel. So I'm actually, that's the one thing I'm surprised.
Yeah, one of my
because-
friends who's really tall is he can't even get
Yeah.
in and drive it because
Yeah,
it's too big.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so adding that sub, and maybe it's the seat too. Maybe it's the seat. I don't have more clearance to
Right.
go back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Just cut it. So you
We're
don't
gonna
get your
we're
truck.
gonna try not to hit
Oh, you got that way?
Aaron's.
Let's back out.
Oh, which we okay.
Let's back out.
I'm gonna try not to hit Aaron's new Ford. Or no, I guess that's the one
Yeah,
I'm
that's
driving.
your Ford.
Yeah. My company car. We both happen to get big trucks for some reason. I've always been a sports car guy and a Porsche guy. And now at the same time, Aaron's got a Ford, a big truck, a Super Duty. 350?
350.
350. I'm trying not to hit this big 250 as we back out of here.
This is all coming back naturally.
Oh, well, yeah, I don't know about naturally. Right now I have automatic, it's a Tiptronic, it's a sporty SUV, but it has been a while since I've driven stick.
Oh, you're going off the grass here. Hold
Oh,
on.
see, there we go, yeah.
Well, my
Let's edit that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not get that in there.
now, my driveway is weird because
Yeah.
it angles away from the house. It's not straight back.
My inability to drive stick again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Go
been,
back there, yeah.
so it's been over 3 years.
So I want you to fall in this ditch. All right, you're good.
Am I going in the
Yeah,
ditch?
You're good.
So since I've driven it, it's been over 3 years. So yeah. Oh, excuse my memory.
Handsy, you're a little handsy.
That's right. Alrighty, we're gonna come up to this stop sign and figure out where we're gonna go.
Yeah, we'll take a left.
We'll be back momentarily.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, yeah, I'll tell you what. So I miss this, even though I was just discussing with Aaron. This is a 98 Boxster, not a Boxster S. What is it? 205 horsepower, 206
Yep.
horsepower, Aaron? Keep me honest. it's still, there's something about it. It's got that little punch. It's got that quick little fun, sporty feeling, especially with the top down, that I don't get from the Macan, the SUV. The Macan's got great acceleration. It handles turns perfectly, but there's something to be said about this sporty, lower to the ground. It hugs the curves perfectly, being the mid-engine.
You're going lefty.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I needed more space. I went with the smaller, the mid-size SUV, but this thing still moves when you need it to. It's got some fun little punch, and I used to take this on the autocross years ago. Like I told Aaron, I've never taken it on like the track, but I've done autocross, and it was always a fun ride. It was always just so much fun.
So you feeling any difference in the shifter there?
I mean, it feels newer. It feels tight. Yeah, for sure. The shifter feels tight, but it's all coming back to me. I mean, it's it's taking these curves nice.
Yeah, it does have all new suspension now too.
Okay.
It's got coilovers on it,
Okay.
so it's definitely more track setup.
Yes,
it's a lot stiffer.
I do feel that. It feels like it's hugging the road a bit more.
Yeah.
It feels like it's a little tighter.
It's a little lower, so when you go around some of these curves on this fun road I'm about to take you to for the first time, you'll get to appreciate it.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make me miss having the sportier car and the convertible.
Yeah.
But I can always come back up and drive errands.
Exactly. So this road
Nice
is a lot of
scenery,
fun.
nice curves.
And I expect you to drive it like it's still your car.
Oh, you do? Wow, you do? You sure about that?
Yes.
Yeah, I always like going fast. I always took care of the car, and it looks like Aaron has done a great job maintaining, keeping care of her.
A lot of maintenance.
Yes, a lot of maintenance, taking care. I was meticulous with the maintenance records. I think that's one of the reasons Aaron trusted buying the car from me as original owner. He's known me since our college days, and this was my baby. I don't think I let him drive the car back then.
No, he did not. I pointed
He
that
wouldn't
out
let
many
me
times.
drive it. He wouldn't let anyone drive it. Aaron, I'm very appreciative that you're the bigger man here, that you are letting me drive the car all these years later, when I believe you've been kind of bitter and resentful that I didn't let you drive the car 20 years ago.
Yeah, I usually like to let people drive my cars, but under the only condition that they have to actually drive it. They have to drive it hard.
Okay,
That's
they
my
have,
only
to drive,
condition.
they have to drive it hard. I see. Okay. You want me to open it up a little bit on these curves?
There's no hairpin turns here,
Wow,
so you don't have to
okay.
worry about it.
Wow, yeah, no, it's a fun
turns.
drive. And like I said, you've done a great job taking care of it. I would have been more upset to hand off the car to somebody that is gonna, it's gonna be falling apart and things aren't gonna be taken care of. So I'm very appreciative that I've been able to watch the journey on YouTube, on your channel. Is this where I do the shameless plug? I don't know. Tell me, Aaron, DIY, what's the channel?
No, you just drive. You
Oh,
just
okay,
enjoy.
okay.
You just enjoy it.
You handle the shameless plugs, right? I just drive? All right. Sounds good. Oh, yeah. That feels nice. That's good. Takes me back to the track. We got to find a track now, right? Now you're making me want to go take it on the track, right? Open her up. Although now I have not been behind the Cayman before, and you tell me that I'm going to feel a difference. The Cayman's going to have quite a bit more horsepower and a bit more punch. And this feels nice to me. So
Yeah, we'll have to do I'll get you a little bit of video in the Cayman to do a little comparison between the two.
Okay.
First time in a Cayman S.
That's right. It will be a first time. Woo! Are these the afterthoughts? Wow.
All right, so nostalgia?
Yeah. That was awesome, man.
Turn it off so I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Full thumbs up. That was awesome. Yeah, that was, I felt like I was back on the track, racing around these North Carolina little roads, beautiful scenery. We had a little lake on the side. You guys may not have caught all of that.
Beautiful weather for the top down.
Beautiful weather. Yeah, obviously in Florida, in Tampa right now, I would not have the top down. I'd be blowing full AC. So that's kind of nice that you're able to enjoy this more months out of the year than I was. But she was awesome.
So you want it back now?
Yeah, I'll rent her. I'll rent her for like a weekend, take her down to Florida, although I don't want to put any mileage on her. So yeah, that was a blast. Thank you so much, Aaron, for letting me drive. It took me right back. And of course, now, yes, I do want to go and get a sportier car and a lower to the ground, some sport car again, for sure.
All right, my pleasure. So let's drive a Cayman S. See what you think about that.
Let's do it.
Well,
Alrighty.
first impression, you notice
First
little
impression,
upgrades?
yeah. So roar already. Roar of the engine is different. The exhaust. That. I hear that little pop. Hear that little pop, right? It reminds me of like the Mustangs, right? The Mustang GT. That American muscle car feel, which I'm not used to, right? I don't know if I'm imagining that or that's real. You feel that muscle car. So the gear shifter obviously different. Reverse. How do you get used to the reverse?
A little louder.
All right, definitely a little louder than the Boxster. All right.
We'll just take it nice and gentle out of
That's right,
here. Let her
that's
warm
right,
up a
that's
little.
right, yeah.
Take a left again.
Yeah. We'll let her warm up to
Get a-
me because
yeah, get all used to it.
she's
Used to
not
the
as
feel.
familiar. She's not as familiar to me as the Boxster is, and clearly I'm not as familiar with this.
And the
collection
shifting
stick.
is a little stiff until it warms up too.
Okay.
So like going into third gear,
Okay.
it's a little clunky until it warms
And
up.
I just felt right now, going from first to second,
Uh-huh.
I felt like I had to keep going, and it was done.
Oh yeah, it's a really short shifter.
Yes, so I wasn't used to that.
This is the numeric one. It's very popular and
Okay.
very.
So
very
on
nice.
the Boxster already, I have a longer. I felt I've got to go further distance from first to second. This, it was like a very short. I'm sure there's a technical term for that you can tell me. But
Throw.
throw. Okay. I knew I was missing a word, but yeah, right there. It's a very short throw. All right. Sounds like a Porsche. Feels like a Porsche. I go back on some of these same windy roads that we were on.
Yeah.
Love the interior. Obviously, this one's a newer car with more mileage than the Boxster I gave you, but there's definitely some more technical electronics, more upgrades in this car, electronic seats that the Boxster didn't have, so that's nice.
It's harder for me to hold the camera when you accelerate.
Oh, is it? Okay. Oh, really? All right. So you're feeling more of the rumble of the engine. Okay, I need to turn right here, I believe.
No, it goes straight
not
through the
yet.
light.
Okay. All right. Let's try downshift. Oh, yeah. So hear a little exhaust, hear that pop. Okay, I don't want to go too fast yet until I'm on some of these side roads. We don't want to attract any North Carolina popo. I hear they're pretty strict.
Yeah.
And when I turn on the next road, I should probably adjust the mirrors. Considering I can't really see too well out of the side mirrors, I should have done that first, but I got too excited. I got too excited to just jump in and start driving. So,
There won't be anybody behind you. He'll be going fast
okay,
enough.
all right. This is the road I think I need to turn on.
This is it.
So I'm going to take a quick commercial pause and adjust these mirrors. Right. Is this distance already? Probably. Okay. So, all right, I adjusted the mirrors. The other thing I noticed right away, it's a short travel on the stick. Roar of the engine, there's definitely a little bit more power right off the line, which I'm going to test out right now. And this fits me more comfortably. I think it's because Aaron installed the subwoofer behind me in the Boxster. I always felt like I had more room. And for my height, I definitely have more room here than the Boxster. I was a little closer to the wheel. This one I have just a little bit more distance, probably because of that subwoofer. Okay.
You're smiling.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, when you hear an engine like that, how can you not?
Oh,
How can you not smile?
There's a cop right here.
Oh,
Perfect
first-
timing to pass a cop.
First popo, going about 5 miles an hour. So on the last run, I didn't have my ID. I left it in the house. It was my car. Felt a little more comfortable. But on this run, I did get my license. I found my ID in case we run into any cops. And that was probably a good thing that we saw him then, and not when I'm about to open this up on these curves up here. What do you think, Aaron?
I think this is a good call.
Good call. Couldn't have timed that more perfect.
It's a good thing you stopped to adjust those mirrors.
That's right.
Everybody make sure your mirrors
That's right.
are
Everybody
adjusted.
adjust your mirrors. Had I not adjusted those mirrors, this might be a different video. I wouldn't be smiling quite this much. So I still got to get used to this power. So what is this, Aaron? 300 plus? 300 horsepower?
This is a 305.
I'm
maybe?
testing Aaron's knowledge for you guys now. So
No,
305.
295, I think.
Okay, all right.
But it does have the sole exhaust, so that probably adds at least 20 horsepower. So
Really?
it should be over 300.
Okay. So I'm still getting used to that travel. That short travel is something I'd have to get used to. I want to keep, you know, ship. Whoa, okay, so we got is that a baby deer? Was it? Is that? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's not hit that. Are you getting this on camera?
Yeah.
This. Okay. So the brakes work well.
Go, little buddy.
Wow. Okay. That was a good test. I think Aaron planted that on me on purpose.
Just want to make sure you're paying attention.
That's right, to test out my track skills. The brakes work well. I about ran into a baby deer, doe, a female deer apparently. It was hopping along. It looked like a bunny rabbit to me at first. And good thing I was paying attention to the road and not the camera, because I would have splattered that thing all over this grill. All right, so we got to watch out for deer crossing. Wow. Okay, there we go. So that's definitely where you feel the difference, where I just opened her up right there on the straightaway. So in the beginning, I was feeling comfortable with the Boxster. Nice, still took the turns nice. That's the first time opening her up on the straightaway where I definitely felt that extra horsepower, that extra. I could have kept going. Clearly, I could have kept opening it. I don't know these roads as well as Aaron does, so I didn't want to push it much past that. We'll go one more time. Oh yeah, that's nice. Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm sold. I'm sold.
You ready for the upgrade?
I've always enjoyed the Cayman. I've never driven one. I've seen it. I've looked at it. I do like the convertible, but when I saw the Cayman came out, I actually did consider trading mine in and getting the Cayman. So it's a fun car. I can definitely see how this would be a fun track car as well. Of course, if you're Aaron Sorges, you just get both. If you can't make a decision, get both. You have one for the track, have one for an autocross, right? Why not? One day, I too will be an Aaron. Will be like Aaron.
All right, fresh out of the hot seat.
Good stuff.
Compare and contrast.
Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, clearly it's got more gusto. Got more power on the open road, but it still feels very similar. I mean, I can still tell the mid-engine hugging the curve, similar to the Boxster. The exhaust, the engine noise is way different. Yeah, the engine noise is way louder, way different. And definitely when I opened it up, I felt I could keep going. I felt the more power.
All right, so the question everybody will want to know. You can only have one.
Okay, all right, so that's a tough one. I'm nostalgic, so I'm gonna go with Boxster or Boxster S, which I never had. I'll go Boxster just for the convertible factor. Just for the fun factor, the convertible factor. If I was living up here with cooler weather, I would enjoy that more. If I'm back in Florida now and I only get to enjoy it a couple of months of the year, that may sway me and I may go with the Cayman.
Good answer.
That's my final decision.
Good answer.